What's up, guys? Hades here. The new Immortal selections are out. This update is absolutely massive. There's so much to go over. I'm gonna make this like a really beginner's guide, what to do, how to do it, and where to find things, because sometimes it can be confusing on a new patch. You're not familiar with things. But jumping right into it, I clicked on Well of Time here, and we have the normal Well of Time, but now you can click Elites. And you're gonna get 10 challenges a day, and you can purchase more. Now, I'm gonna say it right up front, I highly recommend purchasing this. You get it for 30 days, you get +5 attempts per day, plus you get 6 extra books per day. They're called Master's Insight, and we'll get into why these are so important later. But if you are a spinner in this game, I highly recommend this. This is a time-gated experience, essentially. There's only so much you can do per day. You can see here, your first reward gives you 19 of each, and then subsequent ones will probably give much less. So you're gonna gain a lot as you go through the kind of the elites here and go through. Of course, if you fail it, you get another attempt. So that's a nice thing that they did add in the patch notes. Now, after you finish and you collect all your things, I want you to also keep in mind you're getting master marks for attack, magic, ranged, and support, and this is going to be really and defense. So you're getting 5 different marks, and they're all very important. Now, each one has its own unique traits, and I'm going to show you that right here. So when you click on, let's say, a defense immortal or any immortal, there's this new icon here, right? It's up on the top left of their name. You click it, and now you have the option to pick one of 3 different skills. Now, be careful. If you click select, you are essentially locking it in, and if you want to undo it, it's going to cost you 500 gems. I'm going to show you that here. I already selected my Poseidon, and if I want to reset it, it is going to cost me 500 gems. Now, going back into the selections, you're going to get 3 options. Now, those options are based on their type. So this is a support, so I'm getting the support options. These options, I'm going to have to dive into them in a completely different video. They're extremely complicated. There's too much to go over. Just know that they're different. The tank ones look very different. Let me look at one I haven't clicked on. The tank ones, there's a shielding one, accuracy and resilience. The attack one, let's look on a different attack like Alex. There's going to be attack speed and damage. There's going to be crit rate increase, and then there's going to be kind of a whirling effect, doing one damage to each opponent. Now, the next important thing is that these scale over time. So let's say you pick one. I already picked one for Poseidon. I picked 70% chance to deal physical damage to all the whirlwind shock. Is this the best one? I don't know, but this is the one I'm going to try. Now, keep in mind the entry is high. It's going to cost you 200 fragments for the first one, but when you scroll down, it's actually going to go back down to 100, and then the third one is 150. So the very first one is kind of like a barrier to entry, right? Now, the interesting thing here, and that I've already done, is you can actually unlock the first one in each category and then already unlock the next one. So you don't have to go 5, 5, 5, 5. You can just go 1, 1, 1, 1. And I'm already capable of unlocking this if I had enough shards and enough master books. Now, if you remember from that very first scene, the master books are related to all of the immortals, right? So when I click here, these master books, you need them. You need a lot of them, essentially. To upgrade any immortal, the first time is going to be 200. This is a chaos immortal. Let's just go over to a non-chaos like Himiko. She still needs 200. So no matter what it is, it's 200. Some are cheaper, some are more expensive. It's just the way it is. Now, I want to get into that magic, attack, and whatever. They are separate. So you can see here, I'm unable to upgrade my Himiko because I used all my magic ones, and I already used all my attack ones on Poseidon. But you can go through on each one. I'm gonna just select the healing one here. You can see I still have the shards for supports, so I'm able to now unblock one of each until I run out. And this is of course day one. I just want to get this video out as soon as possible to get you as much information as possible so that you're not wasting your time or energy. Now, all this being said, there are some optimizations that I like to add in videos. If you are a huge spender, obviously focus on your chaos first. These are going to be the most important. I hope you saved up some extra shards, or in case you have extra boxes like these ones, now you can use these for, you know, whoever you decide. The next really important thing is, if you aren't capable of unlocking this yet, I would seriously consider maxing some of these depending on your hero. 50 attack per level is kind of strong for something like this. When I'm running a composition that has single attack, if you are someone who uses Himiko as a single attacker, I would consider maxing magical damage, right? You see the concept here. While you're waiting to get your shards, you can still be maxing stuff here rather than trying to 1-1-1 everything. It just doesn't make sense, right? Do you need resilience? Do you need crit? Do you need accuracy, right? Mages don't need accuracy. They cannot miss. So I would not touch the accuracy in the mage tree, right? These are little optimizations that you need to make. Now, the final optimization here is these books. You really need to decide where you're going to use them and which is most important, because remember, we're time gated by the well. We can only raid 15 times a day, and at some point there's going to be a cap on, once we reach the end level, how many you can get per day. And it's very expensive. You need 200, right? Day 1 gave 91, but you know, the level 1 and 2 are giving kind of small rewards, and hopefully they grow over time, or they grow as we get higher into the tiers. But being mindful of who you can afford and who you're going to be able to get to, right? So it's going to cost 200 here and then 100 here. So these might be able to get the level 2 ultimate and get, you know, from 30% attack to 40% extra attack in the first couple of days, which is pretty cool. So there's a lot. I know there's a lot. If you have questions, make sure you leave them down below in the comments. I hope I covered everything for you. I'm going to be covering these extensively over the next few weeks. I want to deep dive into which immortals need which ones, where you should go with your range, which one you should focus, etc., etc. There's a lot to dive into. There's a lot of math behind it. Keep in mind that the total number of shards is about 2,000. So if you want to do an expensive immortal like a Holy or a Chaos, make sure you can actually continue to do them, or it might not be worth it. So that'll be another time, but I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll catch you in the next one.